It is Sunday fun day. Got the Model A sitting here on stands. Took it for a boot on the stands. Anyway, this weekend got the 58 Ford out, insured, ready to rock and roll. It is 22 out. It's been warm since Wednesday. Wednesday I think was 17. Friday was like 21. Today's 22. I think tomorrow's 23. Monday's hot too. Anyway, we got the old Wagon out. Roxy, the wife's car, and we're giving her a wash. And we're going to be putting some vintage air on this bad girl this Sunday. That's what we're doing. Sunday fun day is all about working on this one. Way to go. We're having fun, so we're going to get her washed up. And when she's washed up, then we'll, well, maybe we'll give the old 58 a wash up over there. 2 58s in a row. And that's it. And then this car will be on the road the 1st of April. Away we go again. So, let's finish giving the old girl a wash. Look at that view. Mountains everywhere. Got my deck all cleaned off yesterday. Just spruced right up, looking good. And even gonna maybe mow the lawn later tonight for the first time. Just the back lawn. I'm not gonna attack my front lawn or my Field of Dreams way out there. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. But that's it. So let's get this 58 Chevrolet all bathed. Alright, there's another one down. Another one washed. Better hurry my ass up here though, or I'm not going to get this AC put in the wife's car. Hopefully going to take this old girl for a cruise tonight. Definitely going to be cruising on Monday with the boys. Going out to a little place called Saucy Saloon. And from there we're going to the Legion. And you know, just working our way home, having wobbly pops. Got the Wagon now in the garage. So I'll get started on her here now. You gotta love patina cars. They dry and there's no water spots. Gotta love that. You know, the only water spots are on the chrome. So, pop the hood. She's looking good under here. So if you all remember, I had this car right apart, the front nose off it, engine tranny all out. So I've already put the condenser on. I've already got the bracket on for the compressor. So basically I've got to mount the compressor, mount the evaporator, and I got to mount the unit under the dash, and then I got to run and make up some hoses. So the hoses won't get done today because I don't have the tool here, but a friend of mine has the tool, and he also has all the system to charge it up. So my main goal today is just get a few things bolted in. So I've just been kind of taking my time here because I'm hoping and thinking that this should not take all that long. And yeah, so let's just take it from there and see what happens. Alright, so here's what I got. I got the Heritage Series. Because this car's got a brand new heater core, and the heater works like a hot damn. The heater works in this car excellent. Even the your shut-off valve, I replaced it down below. It was expensive. It was nearly 200 bucks, but I replaced it. So I went for the vintage air look that would look cool, front of the dash, and these all swivel around, and you know, you can, I guess that's where you turn it on and off for either side. There's the speed. And what's this? I guess that's, I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then I say we got to mount this. Usually they like you put this where it stays the coolest. So I'm gonna figure out somehow to mount it up and behind here, so it's getting fresh air through the grill. Got to cut some holes. This may end up taking longer than I thought. And then there's my compressor. And wow, it's polished. Woohoo! It's not chrome, but it's polished. Polish is nice, except they what's the word? Oxidize quicker, so you always got to keep them polished, but they're not chrome, so they don't rust. So I guess that'll look nice on here. I mean, this engine's not that pretty, I don't think. We didn't get too carried away, but I guess it does have a few shiny bits on there. So I'm going to blow it down in here a little bit. It's been sitting all winter. I'm going to blow it down before I get started, and then the first thing I'm going to start with is mounting this. I'm going to start mounting that, and then my next thing is I'm going to go here, and then I got to go here, and I got some brackets I got to paint for that. So I have a funny feeling I'm not going to get it all done today, but maybe I am. Maybe I am. We'll see. We'll see. I got to figure it out. There's a lot of reading that goes on here. I don't know. Here's all your connectors. I mean, I haven't really... That one there almost looks to me like it would go to the firewall because it's threaded. You'd cut a hole in the firewall, I'm almost thinking, and that would... Is there two of these? Let's see. There's one. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Small line, big line. Okay, so those would probably go through the firewall. I could look at the instructions, but that'd be too fucking easy, wouldn't it? And these are all the ones that look to me like they got to be crimped on the hose, which my buddy has a tool for. This probably goes on the compressor or something, because we do have threads here. That would make sense. That one would go there. Must be another one like that. Here we go. That would make sense. That would go there. Wow, look how you can, you know, that there looks like obviously it goes around there. So you can figure a lot out without reading instructions at first. Common sense, right? You got a few hoses here. And you're obviously going to have a hose that's going to go from here, I would assume, to one side of this. That's one hose. Hose from there to... You got a firewall fitting, that's 2. From the firewall, you got another firewall fitting, that's 3. Going to come up here. And then you probably got 4, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 5, so that'd be 10 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10! Holy shit, I did it! Did it without even looking at the instructions. Anyway, let's see where I can get started. Let me get the seat moved back in the car and see where I want to position this bad boy. Okay, I got the compressor on. So basically on my system, it's been so long I can't tell you, but anyway, where these other brackets came from, but compressor bolts here. Then there's a long stud thing that bolts on the compressor. You can see those 2 nuts. It comes off the compressor to like a T. And then that goes through that hole, and that's where you adjust it. That's your adjustment. So, and of course, you know, you should have this, say this should be the top. The only thing that's throwing me off is, it could be just me. To me, it looks like this. You got 2 grooves here. It looks to me like this one that should go down to that one is off a bit. But that could be me. I'm going to grab a belt. That's why I keep so many belts on the wall. Remember, guys, when you get a belt off a vehicle and you're changing belts, keep the old belts. First thing, you keep the old belt to throw in your car in case you break down and, you know, the new belt breaks or something. Or you just keep the old belts around the shop because they're great for measurements. You know, they all got numbers on them. They're handy. And, you know, they're good for mock-up. Basically, that's why I keep them all. Now, over half those belts on the wall are new. The other half aren't. But, yeah, we just hang on to them. But, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of dark in here. You can't see. I'm just looking at this pulley here. This is the outer one. To that one. Looks to me like it's off. But maybe it's me. And I haven't tightened this up yet. So, mind you, it's not going to change any if I tighten it up. Anyway, we'll find out. We'll see if we can't find a belt and get that done next. And then after that, maybe we'll start working on the dash piece. We'll see. Or maybe we'll work on this piece next. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. The AC compressor will go from here, go around the fan pulley, and go around the crank. What I need to do with the alternator is I need a dual pulley on here. Which of course they don't tell you from day one when you're doing this, but this needs to be a dual. If I measured this up correctly, if this was a dual and came out, you know, the 1/2 inch, whatever it is, then this would run around here, the alternator, and just around the fan, the water pump, I should say, only. So that's what we want to do. That's exactly what we want to do. As far as I can see. Unless you guys see something that I'm missing, that's pretty much what I see. So think, this is going to run, sorry guys, I like to talk out loud and get you guys involved. This is going to run from the AC compressor is going to run down. It's going to run to the inside, to the water pump, and it's going to go around the crank. Boom. That's fine. Because the other power steering pump is on the, it's a 3-way pulley down below. It's on the inner one, so those belts are going to clear each other. Okay. Now we've still got a groove left here. So then, now if we brought this out one, we bring this out one, it's definitely, right now it's going onto the alternator, onto the power steering, and onto the, and up around the lower crank. But if we bring it out one, it's going to line up with this, which is not going to line up with the power steering no more. And if we try and go around the crank, what you're going to do is the belt's going to rub on the power steering. So we just want to have a dual pulley here, if I'm not wrong. And I'm going to go from the alternator just straight around the water pump. And it'll come this way. Then that'll clear everything. It's not going to go nowhere near the power steering. Power steering's still going. That's still going. That's still going. Just trying to think if there's some other way of doing this with this single pulley, but there isn't. Because no matter what I would do, this wants to line up with this. Unless, which is not the answer. You could run one big belt, go around here, come down, go around all this shit, come up, but then, no, you wouldn't, because then this is in your way. So you're not doing that either, no. So you gotta, yeah, you don't want to even do that. That's not even a thought. That's a lot of work for one belt. No. So we're going to keep our power steering where it is. We're going to lose the alternator belt off, let that one wind around those 3 pulleys. Extend this out, let this wind around that and that. Yep, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Not bad. Trying to figure something out when I don't have, you know, I don't have any instruction sheets on this part of it, right? But that's what I'm seeing is it needs a dual pulley. So that's easy enough. I'll go see my guy down at Brooks Electrical in town here. He rebuilds alternator starters. He'll have a dual one there. Mine is chrome. Maybe I'll look online. Maybe they got a chrome one, you know. I'm not worried about actually putting the belt on it today anyway, because like I said, I can't charge it anyway, so I really don't want the compressor sitting here spinning around with nothing in it. I'm just going to leave it disconnected. But at the end of the day, there's how it looks. You know, it might sit a little more this way. It possibly is going to sit a little more this way once I get a belt on there, but I don't know for now. So heater hoses are, you know, they go like that, they tuck under it. I'm going to move my gas line here because you don't want to leave your heater hoses now laying on your gas line, right? Vapor lock. So I'm going to move that around right now. Figure that out, but that'll only take a moment. That's easy enough to do. And then away we go. I don't even know where I've got that fuel filter there. It's an ugly fucking thing. It's got a brand new tank in the car, and I've got a fuel filter after the like right after the tank. I don't even know where I got that there. I might get rid of that and just hardline that all the way. It was probably something that was on the engine originally, and I just reused it. I'm thinking, because if you all remember, I didn't do this engine. It was all brand new. I just took it out and painted it up and cleaned it up and cleaned the area up, and that was probably on there because I can't see why I would run a fuel filter. I mean, usually you run the fuel filter right after the tank to grab any shit in the tank because you want to get it before it gets into your fuel pump too. People always think, run it up to the carb. You can run 2, you can always run 2, but you should always have if you're going to run a filter, the first one you always run is after the fuel tank. That's where the shit's going to go. And you, like I say, you don't want it in your fuel pump. Then if it does get through there, you might want to run another one, which if I'm going to run this one, maybe I'll move that, put it down here. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. Okay, I've got the AC unit centered and mounted. It is it's solid under there. So I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get a few of the wires, so I can't see them, but they run underneath. I'm going to get some of those mounted and hooked up, the ground wires and that. There's not many to hook up. I'm going to use these fittings here, I think. They're just sitting here loose. You got to put your hoses on them, but I'm just kind of figuring, they give you all different ones. This one I want to give me here, so this will be fine, because I'm going to run it this way. So I can run it along here, and kind of tuck it up underneath there. They give me a 45 like this, so I don't know if I'm going to use this 90 or the 45 yet. Everything's going to run out over here. I've got to cut some holes in the firewall. But like I say, first what I want to do is tidy up some of the wiring here. Get some of that tidied up. And I guess we're making good timing. I don't know. I thought it would be a little quicker than it was. I've been at it now for close to, believe it or not, close to 3 hours. Time figuring out the belt, get everything mounted and all the bullshit. But it's all good. It's still early and I don't have to have it done today. The main thing is just to get everything bolted in place. I'm not worried if I don't get the wiring done. And I can't do the hoses anyway. I got to go to my friend's house. He's got the machine for that, so I'm not even attempting to do the hoses. Just got to get everything bolted together, and that's it today. Then I can enjoy this beautiful, sunny Sunday. Okay, as you can see, I said the next step was doing the wiring, but my back was so sore from laying under the dash to mount that I decided to go on to this piece instead. So I've mounted the evaporator there. They give you all sorts of different ends, and they give you extras. So I'm just playing with what's what. I know I've got this one figured out for sure. This one's going to come down straight, and it's going to go right down there. This one I don't know. I think I'm going to go with this one. I think I'm going to. I don't know. I might change these two, but I'm just playing. So I just wanted to mount that. That's all on there, good and solid. I got it so it's got good air coming to it. It's not too noticeable. I didn't want to cover these up. These are actually air vents for where the battery sits, so the battery gets air, believe it or not. Could have moved that up a little higher, but I didn't want to do that. So it's kind of hidden. You don't really see it through the grill. All you're going to see is that little bottom bracket there, that little silver piece, which I will take off after. I'm just doing mock-up right now. I'll take that off and paint that like a black so it doesn't stand out. So that's okay. So my next step here is I'm going to set the battery back in there, see the height, and I'm going to drill my 2 holes here and put my grommets through so my hoses run through there. That way I can tie my hoses up along my inner fender. One will come over here, one will go to the compressor. I mean, not the compressor, to the, yeah, one will come to the compressor, one will go to the AC unit itself, and then there'll become one out of there from the AC unit, and that'll run up here, and another one over here, and whatever. So, but I'm going to set the battery in, get some ideas of the height is, drill these holes here. Then that's all done. Then I'll go on to tidying up the wiring, get some of the wiring hooked up. Then basically, I just got to drill a couple holes in the firewall and then put my drain tubes in too, which they gave me, which is somewhere. Not sure, but yeah. Hey, it's a good day. I'm having fun. Enjoying myself. That's what it's all about. Mark. That's the mark. Let's see if we got another battery. Hot diggity dog. That's better. Smoking. All right. There we go. 2 nice holes cut. Got some grommets for them. Then the hose will go through that. Right above the old battery. Gives me plenty of room. Tie them up nicely. They say one of them is going to come off here and go right there. And the other one's going to come right in. And I got to figure this out next. Where I'm going to do that. Or maybe I'll tackle the wiring. We'll see. I don't know. I'm pretty sore from laying under that dash. But we'll see what goes on. Alright, I got my holes for my hoses drilled, and those are actually up and behind the hood hinge, tucked underneath the fender. Like when you stand here and look under the hood, there you go. You see nothing. So the one hose will come along, run all the way along the fender, and come out here. The other hose will come along, tie into these hoses, and boom, go right to there. So I'm happy with that. I've got my drip tube. Don't pay attention to these, they're just loose, but whoop, so you can see they're loose. That's where my fittings are going to go. My drip tube is right there for any water condensation. It's going to come through. It's going to go through the carpeting and go right through into the, I've got it so it's just off of the transmission, coming down, dripping off to the side where the tranny is under there. So that way there, when I park in a parking lot and I've come out and I've had too many wobbly pops, I'll think I'm leaking transmission fluid. What else is new? Yeah, there's the holes right up in there. It was almost like they were meant to be there, because the original insulation pad had a round circle thing that just popped right out, and boom. And I've got grommets. I haven't put them in yet. I do have grommets here I'm putting in there that the hoses fit through. So now I've started tackling some of the wiring. As you can see, I've started cleaning some of it up. Just going to get some ground wires attached over there. And yeah, I'm almost there. Hell yeah. That is a wrap, guys. I'm done. It's a matter of going to my buddy Herman's when I get the car insured next month in a couple weeks, and he's got the tool, like I say, to make up the hoses. He's going to show me how it's all done. I'm going to learn something new there. I've never done it before. He's got the stuff to fill up the AC. I do have to order the double pulley for that, so I'll be looking online here, picking that out. Or like I say, I'll just go down to Brooks Electrical. Actually, he'll probably have one there, but whatever. It would be nice to keep it chrome, seeing how it is chrome now. So like I say, I got all the holes drilled. Everything that needs to be done is done. What else is going on? I wired up everything except for a couple wires you see hanging here. That's all I got left. I just left those. Everything else is wired, and it's sitting there waiting. Oh, are those my sunglasses? Huh. Oh, they are too. Those are my good Ray-Bans. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I wonder if it's gonna... Oh yeah, I was just making sure I've had the... It's been off for a bit, so... Yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, let's see if the old girl even starts. Oh God, I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Make sure it's in gear. Holy shit, look at that. Couple bumps of the gas and she just fires right up. Oh yeah, baby. Y'all remember last year I put all these nice aftermarket gauges in, put all new wiring in the car, repaint all the dash. The oil pressure on that sucker, 50 pounds sitting there. I got this thing, it's in, I made sure it was in what do you call it, kilometers for us around here. You can't read it the way the light is. 2,100 kilometers is what I put on it since I've owned this car. That's it. So we're working on it. Wife and I are slowly working on her. We are going to redo all the interior in it. Like I said, it takes time. The nice thing with this car is that we do a little bit every year. Like this year it's getting AC. Might do a couple other things to it, but a little bit of a squeaky belt there. You know, I've tightened that sucker over and over, and I actually changed it too, and it still squeaks. Doesn't seem to go away. Only if you rev it like that. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, we do a little bit to it every year. This is our daily driver. This will be insured in April, and we drive it right to the end of November. And then it's off the road, just because the weather gets real shitty then, and there's no point. We don't drive our stuff in the snow if we can help it, but the rain and shit, that don't bother us. But hey, with that being said, that was a good day because I think it's only like 3:30 or something like that. I'm done way ahead, so I get to go mow the back lawn. So I'm gonna do that and put the wagon back in the carport for now, put her away for another few more weeks. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of this Sunday sitting on my deck, having a wobbly pop after I mow the lawn. Catch you later.